Going on, everybody? Brandon from Awaken Instincts back again with another deck profile. Been a while. I've been kind of MIA for a minute, but I'm back at it again and ready to bring some new deck profiles for set 16. I'm really excited for this set. I got a whole bunch of fun decks in the works and a whole bunch of more meta decks, but this is Starter Broly set 16 version. This is definitely on the fun, more on the fun side than the competitive side, but the deck is actually not too bad. So, Starter Broly, I'm sure all you guys know what he does by now. Grab a Frieza's army, and then refill your hand every turn. I'm sure there's plenty of deck profiles out there if you don't know what he does. But I'm not going to go over every little thing with these old cards, since I'm sure majority of you are familiar with them. So the first cards of the deck are Broly and Paragus. These are the cards we're grabbing off of our leader effect. Broly helps us self-awaken. Paragus helps us just pop things on our side to help get us value. So these two are kind of essential for the deck, so we're running 2 of each. Then next up, we've got 4 Bardock Unison, kind of staple for the deck at this point. Pops our 1-drops. Can pop Broly on turn 2, set up a perfect awaken for us, and then we can just eat combos all game. Bardock. And we also, since we're running green Unisons, we have to run 4 Frieza, per usual, and 4 Dormant. Also just staple for green, especially this deck in general. We don't mind, pitching 2 cards every turn to basically end our opponent's turn, because we refill our hand anyway. And then now we're going to get into where the deck gets kind of fun with all the new set 16 stuff. So we're running the U6 gang. Champa and Beerus leaders were cool, but they just really felt lackluster to me through testing. I really liked the U6 cards in general, and I thought that they could have a good home in this deck. It's really fun with the synergy. So I'll go over these cards, since you guys probably don't know what these do. So this is Batamo to Battle Universe 7. I use a 1-drop when he's played. You look at the top 5, add any Universe 6, 4 or less, or a green Unison, one cost. We don't run that, unfortunately. I wish it could grab Bardock. That would be very, very nice. Play this on turn 1, but we can't. So his effects for 1 energy, when he's KO'd, we can play a 2-drop Universe 6 from our hand. So essentially, we're playing this, popping it with either Bardock or our leader effect to go up the chain. So Batamo starts our chain. Kind of make some more room over here. Alright. And then once we pop Batamo, we go into, I like Magetta for this deck. Magetta is our 2-drop. He's a 5k, but he has a permanent that he gains 10k during our turn, and that we can attack battle cards without barrier in active mode. Really good for just kind of spot removal. When he's played, we draw a card. That's one of the most important things. We play this card. All the other 2-drops have some pretty neat effects, but Magetta's the best. When he's KO'd, you can play a 3-drop for 1 energy. So again, we can pop this with our leader effect. We can't pop this with Bardock, but we can pop it with the leader and continue to go up the chain. Our other 2-drop we're running is Frost. And Frost has a permanent that he gains 5k and can also attack battle cards without barrier in active mode. So he's a 10k, and his permanent says if this card is in rest mode and your opponent has no battle cards in play, your opponent's leader card can't attack leader cards. So as long as he's on the field, your opponent basically has to attack this or your Unison, which can kind of help, your opponent can also help you go up the chain. If they just attack into it and KO it, you can pay 1 to keep going up. So he has the same effect as Magetta, that we can pay 1 to go into a 3-drop. And I will Show you our 3 drops of choice. We're running Kaba and Frost. I'm running 3 of each. Frost is probably my favorite of the 2, but he's a multicolor. So, but we'll get into Kaba quick. He's a 20k crit when he attacks. You can choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Very, very, very strong card. Really good, especially since we're just slowly spending energy on it. He does have an accumulative cost of 3 as we go up the chain, but in theory he is just a 1 energy 20k crit that KOs a battle card, which is insane value. And then Frost is just really, really, really nice for the deck. He's a barrier blocker, 15k, and when we play it, our opponent has to discard a card. And then when he's KO'd, we can pay 1, and we actually get to draw a card before we go into our 4-drop, which is really nice. Kaba does not have that effect. If we just pop Kaba, we just pay 1, and then we go right into the 4-drop. But either way, we're going up to the 4-drop in the deck. And the 4-drop is probably my favorite U6 card of this set, which is Hit Assassin Strike. So this card, if you don't know what this card does yet, it's a barrier with dual attack. And for 2 green, if our opponent has 2 or more energy, this card is in our combo area. When a green battle card attacks and KOs an opponent's battle card, we can play this from our combo area. He has a limit 1. If this card is in rest mode when your opponent attacks, they may choose 2 cards in their hand and discard them. If they don't, negate the attack, and your opponent can't attack for the turn. So, again, if we go up the chain, we're paying 1 energy for this card, and then we can just swing 2 times, and he's in rest mode, and our opponent has to deal with it. Another fun thing is if we have Kaba out, Kaba, when he attacks, he can KO something on swing. So a really fun interaction you can do is if your opponent has a Unison out and a battle card, we can swing Kaba at the Unison, and when he attacks, we can choose the battle card and KO it. And during that battle, combo Hit for 2, and they can't out-combo or stop Hit from coming into play. So then, after battle, Hit will come into play, and you don't have to sacrifice your chain or go up. And you can have these 2 for your battle cards on field. But remember, we are playing Starter Broly, so you can only have 2 battle cards on field at once. So Hit isn't always the best play to combo in. Sometimes we just want to go up the chain with him. But he's a really good threat. All you have to do is swing at a battle card with any of your cards, any of your battle cards specifically, and just combo Hit. Because you don't have to pay the 2 energy to combo with them. It's just 2 energy for the effect. And when you're swinging at a card and Hit's in the combo area, your opponent's going to get scared and just combo out of the attack and basically just waste cards from their hand. So it's really strong for a hand destruction deck. And then some more hand destruction stuff. We're running 4 Android 18 Bionic Blitz, best super combo for the deck. We are running 4 copies of Ribrianne, another staple for the deck. We're running 2 Zarbon, just more drop area interaction. Sometimes if our hand gets kind of plugged up with, like, let's say we have the blue-green in our hand, we can pay 1. If we can't go into this with our chain, we can just pay 1 for Zarbon to pitch the dead Frost in hand to get a Zarbon on field. We're also running 2 Cell's Earth Destroying Kamehameha, another staple for the deck. 1 Rosie, and 1 5-drop Boo. These cards, I didn't want to completely cut them out of the list. We're already getting kind of high at count. I think the deck's at like 54, but they're still very useful, and they're still really good cards in the deck. So I decided to keep them in at 1 each. 2 of the Majin Buu negates, basically our Bupo. And then the secret rare for the deck, we're running Wicked Sands. This is my favorite secret rare for the deck. It's just another Ribrianne attached to a dual attack 40k body. It's very, very strong. So that's the deck. I hope you guys give it a try. Have some fun at your locals. And we'll see you next time. All right, peace out.